Hello everyone. In this video, I want to show you how you can release your stiff, tired, and fatigued lower back. You can do this exercise routine first thing in the morning while sitting on the edge of the bed or on the chair. However, I don't recommend doing it sitting on the couch because couch may be too soft and it may not help you to keep your spinal curvatures in a natural position. Now that you sit on the bench, chair, or bed, you can follow me for this routine. So first of all, while you sit, make sure your both sitting bones are touching the surface where you sit. And don't round your lower back and don't overarch it. Just keep it in a neutral position. And first thing, just touch your pelvis, the two prominent bones in the front. And start gently moving your pelvis forward and back. When you move your pelvis forward, your lower back extends, and when you move your pelvis back, it flattens. And just keep rocking your pelvis forward and back. And every time you rock forward, you should feel more stretch in the front, starting from the lower ribs all the way to the pelvis. And when you move your pelvis back, you should feel your lower back being released. And every time you move forward, inhale. And when you move backwards, exhale. And repeat this for 5 to 10 times. One important tip, if you don't feel too much of a pelvic movement, and it may happen to some people who are quite stiff in their lower backs, in their hips, in their pelvis, then you need to keep your legs wider apart and give more space for your pelvis. And that might be the case for women who have wider hips and also for some men who have issues with their hips and pelvis. The second exercise is spinal rotation. It's really good to keep your spinal joints lubricated, but it's also good for your lymphatic system, for lymphatic drainage, especially if you do it in the morning. So you're gonna have to sit down, keep your legs wider apart and lower back neutral. Do not round it or do not arch it, just keep it in a natural position. And put one hand on the pelvic bones, the other hand on the lower ribs. And now you're gonna rotate to the left side while starting from the lower part of your spine. So you feel your right side of your pelvis shifting to the left, and then the ribs shift to the left, and then the upper back comes to the left side. And you look to the left and then come back. Now switch your hands, one on the pelvic bones, the other one on the lower ribs, and now rotate to the right. So you feel the left side of your pelvis rotating to the right, and then the ribs rotate to the right, and then the middle part of the back, upper back, and you look to the right. And come back. And now add the breathing. Inhale. And on exhalation, rotate from your lower to your upper spine. And come back to the center. Inhale. On exhalation, rotate to the right. And remember, your head comes the last. So you do everything from the bottom up to your head. Inhale. On exhalation, rotate. And again, inhale. On exhalation, rotate to the right. And come back. The third exercise is also spinal rotation. However, this time we're going to do it in a more open way. So you're going to have to bend one knee and put it down. Put your hand on the pelvic bones of the same side where the knee is bent. And then on rotation to the left, you're going to stretch your arm and rotate from your pelvis to your ribs exactly the same way, except this time you feel more of an opening all the way from the right hip to the left shoulder. And come back. Now do the same thing to the other side. Bend your left knee and put your left thigh down. Left hand on the left side of the pelvis. Right arm opens up and you rotate from your pelvis to your ribs to your upper back, and you look to the right and come back. It's pretty simple once you get it. Again, inhale now and open yourself from the right side of your pelvis to the left shoulder, and then look to the left. Exhale. Again, inhale. On exhalation, open up from the left side of your pelvis all the way to the right shoulder. And come back. And one more time. Inhale. On exhalation, open up and feel the stretch. Feel the rotation in your spine, opening in your shoulders. And come back. Inhale. On exhalation, open from the left side of your pelvis all the way to the right shoulder and look to the right and come back. So you should not feel any pain while doing this exercise. If you do, you have to lower the amplitude, which means you come back to the center more. If you still feel the pain, then you go to the previous exercise. And the last exercise is very similar to the first one, except we're gonna add the neck. So it's gonna look like this. You're gonna sit with your legs wider apart, put your hands on your pelvis, and just like you did in the beginning, start rotating your pelvis forward and backward. And now, after all you did, you should feel quite different. You should feel much more movement. Again, remember, if you don't open up your legs wider, so you have more space in the front. And now with your pelvic rotation forward, you also lift your chin up. And while you do that, you should feel the stretch all the way from your chin, through your chest, through your abdomen, all the way to the pelvis. So inhale. On exhalation, move your pelvis forward and your chin up. Hold it and come back. Exhale. Again, inhale. On exhalation, pelvis forward and chin up. And come back. Inhale. On exhalation, move your pelvis forward and chin up. And come back. And one more time. Inhale, and pelvis rocks forward and the chin comes up. And come back. So this was the video on how you can release your stiff and tight lower back. Remember, the best time to do this exercise routine is first thing in the morning. However, you can do it anytime throughout the day, especially before strengthening exercises or before your workout or before your activities. And remember, always begin with your spine neutral. If you like the content I share, if you find it valuable, please subscribe to my channel. You can do that now. And if you need more personal coaching, you can contact me through my website. The link is in the description box below this video. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in my other videos. Bye-bye.